What's up, guys? So today we're going to be watching 2 true terrifying Wendigo encounters, and go ahead down and follow Horror Tune Scary Stories, and let's just get right into it.
People ask me why I stopped camping. They ask why I sold the Airstream, Mark's pride and joy,
Why did
for
you
half
stop
of what
camping?
it was worth, just days after I got back from the Appalachians. I usually tell them I just got too lonely out there. I tell them that without Mark, the silence was too loud. That's a lie. It wasn't the silence that drove me away. It was the noise.
What the heck?
It's been 6 months since Mark died. A climbing accident in Colorado. He fell 300 feet. Closed casket. I didn't get to say goodbye, not really. That's why I took the trip. Mark bought that 20-foot trailer 2 months before he died. He had this dream of us disappearing into the deep woods, away from cell towers and emails and the hum of the city. He called it getting back to the marrow of the world. So I went alone. I drove deep into the Appalachian foothills, way past where the paved roads turn to gravel and the gravel turns to dirt. I found a spot in a clearing surrounded by pines that were so tall they seemed to blot out the stars. It was beautiful.
Dang, those things must be
terrifyingly isolated. I spent the first 2 days just existing. I drank coffee out of his favorite mug. I read his old field guides. I tried to feel him there with me, and I did. The trailer smelled like him. Old Spice, sawdust, and rain. On the third night, the air changed. It was late, maybe past midnight. I was sitting outside in a folding chair, staring at the dying embers of my campfire. The fire was just a pile of glowing red eyes in the ash. It was dead silent, no crickets, no wind in the boughs.
Oh, that's scary.
Just that heavy,
no
suffocating
sound.
Stillness that happens right before a storm. I was thinking about the last time I saw him, and then I heard it. Sarah. My heart hammered against my ribs so hard it hurt. It wasn't a whisper.
Heck?
It was a call, clear as a bell, coming from the tree line about 50 yards away.
I would hop in the car and leave.
It was Mark. It wasn't just a voice that sounded like him. It had his inflection. The way his voice pitched up slightly at the end of my name, a question and a greeting all at once.
Sarah?
It can't be Mark. Didn't he die from like a climbing accident?
Logic tells you it's impossible. Logic tells you your husband is buried in a plot in Ohio. But grief? Grief doesn't care about logic. Grief hears a door opening. I stood up. I didn't even grab my flashlight. I just walked toward the darkness of the trees.
Are we being serious? Why are we going into the woods? We're going to encounter the Wendigo.
Mark? I called out, my voice trembling.
Help me, Sarah. I'm lost.
The voice was drifting, moving deeper into the woods. I followed. I stepped past the safety of the clearing and into the brush.
Yeah,
the branches whipped at my face, but I didn't care. I needed to see him. I needed it to be real. I walked maybe 100 yards into the density of the forest, and that's when the temperature dropped. It didn't just get chilly.
He's not real.
It felt like walking into a meat locker. My breath started to mist in heavy clouds, and then the smell hit me. It wasn't the smell of pine or wet earth anymore. It was metallic, sharp. It tasted like biting your tongue. It was the smell of old copper and rot. The smell of a slaughterhouse that had been left in the sun, then frozen.
Oh,
that smell woke me up. It snapped the trance. I froze, standing in the dark, shivering violently. A memory washed over me. Mark loved folklore. He used to tell me stories when we camped, trying to scare me. He talked about the things that lived in the old, lonely places of America. The Wendigo, he had told me once, his face illuminated by a flashlight. The spirit of hunger, the cold that walks. It doesn't just hunt you, Sarah. It lures you. It knows what you love, and it uses it against you. If you ever hear your name in the woods, don't answer. It plays with its prey.
Oh, nah. Yeah, she's cooked. She's done for.
Stomach. That wasn't Mark.
Sarah?
The voice came again. It was closer now, but it had changed. There was a glitch in it, a wet, gurgling sound underneath the words.
Yeah, she's done for.
Come closer.
I spun around and ran. I didn't care about the noise I was making. I scrambled over
I'll
roots
run
and
too.
tore my jeans on briars. The dread was a physical weight on my shoulders, like gravity had doubled. I felt eyes on me, not animal eyes. Something ancient, something hateful.
That thing's like 12 foot
I
tall.
burst into the clearing, sprinted to the trailer, threw the door open, and slammed it shut.
Good. Good, 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 good. Close those curtains too.
I pulled the curtains tight.
Yes!
I sank to the floor, putting my back against the kitchen cabinets, clutching a steak knife from the drawer. I sat there in the dark, listening.
And she got a knife.
For 10 minutes, there was nothing, just my own ragged breathing. Then, the woods came alive. It started with a scream, but not a woman screaming. It sounded like a fox screaming, but pitch shifted down, low and guttural. Then it changed. It shifted into the sound.
Oh yeah, heck no. If I hear that, I'm dipping. I'm getting into the car.
Baby crying. A wailing, desperate, sobbing sound right at the edge of the clearing. It was trying to make me open the door. It was cycling through sounds, testing triggers. I covered my ears, squeezing my eyes shut.
I would cover my ears too.
It's not real. It's not real, I whispered. The crying stopped abruptly. I stayed on the floor for hours. Eventually, exhaustion took over. The adrenaline crash was so severe I couldn't keep my head up. I crawled into the bed at the back of the trailer. It was a small bed shoved into the corner under a large rear window. I pulled the duvet over my head, trembling, praying for morning. I must have drifted off into a micro-sleep.
No, she fell asleep.
Tap, tap, tap. My eyes snapped open. The sound was right beside my ear. Tap, tap. It was on the glass. Someone was gently tapping a finger against the window pane, inches from my head.
Oh,
I lay frozen.
heck no.
I knew I shouldn't look. But the human instinct to know what is threatening you is too strong. I slowly turned my head. The curtains had a small gap at the bottom. There was a moon that night, bright enough to cast shadows. The window was 6 feet off the ground.
Oh, heck
to look
no.
into it, a person would have to be standing on a ladder. Through the gap, I saw skin. Gray, taut skin that looked like it was stretched too tight.
Oh yeah, heck no.
saw
I
a
would be
hand.
so terrified I would have a heart attack.
The fingers were impossibly long, with extra joints pressing against the glass. And behind the hand, I saw a torso. It was thin, emaciated, twisted like a burnt matchstick. It wasn't looking at me. It was waiting. I stopped breathing. I think my heart actually stopped beating for a moment. Then the creature moved. It didn't walk away. It slithered out of view with a jerky, unnatural motion, like a stop-motion puppet. I let out a breath I didn't know I was holding. Bang! The entire trailer shook. The blow hit the door like a battering ram. Dust fell from the ceiling. Pots rattled in the sink. It knew I was awake. The game was over.
Uh-oh.
Let me in, it roared the words, but it used Mark's voice. Then, mid-sentence, the voice shifted. It warped into my voice. Please, help me, it hurts. Sarah, open the door. It was mimicking the prayers I had whispered earlier. It was mocking me. I scrambled off the bed and
nah,
ran
it
into the
can-
tiny bathroom, a shoebox of a room with a flimsy accordion door. I locked it. I curled up in the shower stall, sobbing into my knees, my hands clamped over my ears so tight my head buzzed. I could hear it circling the trailer. I could hear long, hard nails dragging along
Oh,
the
no.
aluminum siding. Screech. Screech, like a keying a car, but deeper. It circled me all night. Sometimes it whispered. Sometimes it screamed. Sometimes it tapped on the bathroom vent on the roof. I didn't sleep. I didn't move. I just waited to die. I don't know when it stopped. I think I passed out from the terror. When I opened my eyes, there was gray light filtering through the vent fan. It was morning. The silence was back. But this time, it wasn't peaceful. It was empty. I waited an hour. I needed to be sure the sun was fully up. They say evil hates the light. I hope to God it was true. I burst out of the bathroom, keys in hand. I didn't look out the windows. I didn't pack my bag. I didn't grab the photo of Mark off the nightstand. I unlocked the door, threw it open, and ran for the truck. The air was still cold, but the metallic smell was gone.
Okay, so that means it's
fumbled
gone.
with the keys, dropped them in the dirt, screamed, grabbed them, and jammed them into the ignition. The engine roared to life. I threw the truck into reverse, spinning the tires, kicking up gravel. As I swung the truck around to face the road, my headlights
exactly
swept
what I
across
would
the
do.
side of the trailer.
She gone. That's exactly what I would do. I would get in the car, put the keys in. I would get out there so fast.
Slammed on the brakes for a split second. I couldn't help it. The aluminum side of the trailer, the silver skin Mark had polished so carefully, it was shredded. Deep, jagged gouges tore through the metal like a can opener had gone to town on it. The scratches were 7 feet off the ground, and smeared inside the deep grooves of the metal was a black, oily substance. I drove 90 miles an hour down those winding mountain roads.
90.
I didn't stop crying until I hit the interstate. I didn't stop driving until I was 3 states away. I sold the trailer to a nice young couple from Vermont. I didn't tell them about the scratches. I had them buffed out, though the dents remained. I didn't tell them why I was selling it. But sometimes late at night,
Exactly,
when
I
the
would
house
sell
is
it too.
quiet and the wind blows just right, I think I can hear it. A faint tapping on the glass, a voice that sounds like love, calling me into the dark. I don't go into the woods anymore. And if you know what's good for you, you won't either. Because there are things out there that are hungry, and they know our names.
Ruh-roh. Story 2. That was story 1. That was a scary one. But now we're going on to story 2.
It was almost midnight. I was sitting on the lawn, bottle in my hand, heavily drunk. Today was my son's birthday, but everything felt empty here. Last year we laughed, cooked outside, told hunting stories by the fire. This year, just silence. He was 14. He always wanted to go hunting with me. And every time I said no, because this place, Gray Pine, has a history people are too afraid to talk about. After my wife died in a car accident, I moved here, far from the city.
Aw, that sucks.
Thought I could
RP.
find peace. Raise my boy somewhere quiet. But this town, it's not peaceful. People barely talk. You can walk down the street at noon and never see a soul. And everyone says the same thing: don't go into the woods at night. They never say why, but their eyes tell enough.
Okay. I would listen. I would listen. I would listen.
I worked at a small garage on the edge of town, fixing cars, fixing silence. My boy, Jimmy, tried to fit in. No friends, no laughter like before. He'd beg me to take him hunting just once. And I always said no. Until his birthday. He was so happy.
Uh-oh.
Counting the days. Said it was the best gift I could ever give him. That Tuesday, I promised I'd be home early. We'd go together before dark. But I didn't make it. My last call from him: Dad, you promised. It's my birthday. I told him to wait. Said we'll go tomorrow. I promise. He hung up.
Okay,
When I
so
got home,
he
the
should
house
just
was
wait till
quiet.
tomorrow.
Too quiet. Then I saw a note on the fridge. Dad, I'll be back soon. With a sad little face drawn next to it.
Oh, nah.
And my heart dropped. His backpack was gone. My rifle, too. I grabbed my keys and drove straight into the forest.
Uh-oh.
The headlights barely touched the dark. Then, something jumped in front of the truck. Huge. Black. The shape, all wrong. I swerved. Crashed into the trees. The engine died, headlight left.
Oh,
Flickered.
nah,
I
he
stepped out and
crashed?
felt it, that feeling you get when something's watching you.
It's cooked for him. He is done for. He crashed into the forest when something jumped in front of the car.
Then I saw them, 2 red eyes glowing through the bushes, and fading away.
Uh-oh. It's gonna get him.
I called for Jimmy, voice breaking. Found his backpack on the ground, torn, blood on it. I froze. Every part of me went numb. For hours, I searched the woods, screaming his name. No answer. Just more blood.
Uh-oh.
Then I heard something behind me.
The dad's
I
next.
turned, hoping it was him, but it wasn't. It crawled out of the dark, hunched, snarling. A wolf standing on 2 legs. The stories were true. The evil was real. It ran at me, faster than I could think.
Oh,
Grabbed my
no.
leg, threw me like a rag doll.
Dang! He hit a tree?
Hit a tree.
How is he not dead? He grabbed you, made you fly, and you hit a tree, and you didn't die. What?
Darkness. When I woke,
Oh, he
my
passed
chest
out.
burned, blood in my mouth, and right there, beside me, was my boy, Jimmy, his throat gone, his eyes open, staring at me. The creature had killed him,
No!
and it wanted me to see it. I broke down,
Not Jimmy.
screamed until my voice cracked. Then I saw my rifle next to him. I took it, swore I'd kill that thing.
Not Jimmy.
I followed the tracks straight to its den. 3 bullets left. I shouted
Okay.
into the dark, "Come out!" A growl echoed back.
You
Then
got this.
2 glowing eyes appeared inside.
You got
It
this.
walked out slowly, tall, almost human,
Come on.
breathing
Boom!
heavy.
Headshot!
I aimed. We stared at each other. Then I fired.
Did he get him? Uh-oh. I think he missed.
That was a year ago. I never found the body. Never found the monster. Chew. But sometimes, when I sit here with this same bottle in my hand, I can feel him watching. Not from the woods. From somewhere closer. Maybe behind me right now.
Right now?
Yeah.
I saw the eyes. Hold on, let me go back a little bit. Hold on.
Something's watching from the trees.
Oh, no, I'm tripping. Anyways, guys, if you guys liked that video, hit the like, subscribe, and notifications for more videos like this. And peace out.
Burning in